How you doing, YouTube? Matt with NEPA Beer Reviews back with yet another review, and got a couple of buddies in tow. We have Joe from NEPA Beer Reviews. Say hi, Joe.
Hi. And
then we have Ryan from brewphoto.com and brewphoto on Instagram. Great photographer. If you want to check out some of his work, go to brewphoto. Anyway, it's a guy, right?
How you doing, guys?
And today we're going to be reviewing a wee heavy aged in bourbon barrels Thirsty Dog's Wulver. Me and Joe reviewed this about a year ago. It's almost in a day it might have been. Was that how long? It was like 8? No. Yeah, it was, no. It was April.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so less than a year ago. Yeah. I have a recording of it somewhere, but I'm pretty sure we were so drunk.
I think we drunk reviewed this.
Yeah,
just like banging them out, and we're like, "Fuck it."
You were probably like 8 beers deep when we reviewed it. Yeah, and it was good, high octane stuff. So I figured we'd re-review it because that one might never see the light of day.
Probably not. Whoever has it does it either.
Well, we both of us have it.
We probably do.
But it's tough. I have a folder like when I do beer reviews.
Yeah.
On my computer, I have a folder, and it's like raw reviews, and I have to like process them with handbrake as a whatever, and then I have finished reviews, and then I have a folder called Drunken Mess, and there's 15 reviews in that folder. Okay, nice. So they'll make it to the internet someday, but we're
it's a blooper reel if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, the blooper reel. So I gotta screen them first to make sure I just don't offend everyone. I'm going to use this term loosely, but we're brewing today. These two guys are brewing because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Anyway, these two are brewing, so I figured we'd bang out some reviews. So,
and in a good fashion, because this is what we're brewing today. We're brewing a Scotch Ale.
That's why I brought
Big Scotch Ale, yeah.
Because I knew you were brewing this, so I figured why not. Thirsty Dog's Wulver. Like I said, I've had it before. Before our drug review, I had it, and I like it. And Joe's had it that one time. He was a little tipsy, so he might not remember too much.
Yeah.
And Ryan,
I think I have a couple bottles of it, and I'm just
waiting.
In typical fashion, I put them on the shelf.
Yeah, it's probably like this is almost a year and a half, 2 years old. So it's probably a good time to crack it. I mean, it would last forever because its ABV is
12.
Where it says on the side there, 12.
I've used ABV 12.
Okay, cool. As far as label goes, this is an awesome label. Yeah. Like the
I
foil, down to the label, down to everything. It's pretty badass. I'm a fan. Thirsty Dog stuff, actually, most of the labels I find kind of cheesy. Like Siberian Night's a little cheesy.
Yeah, the Bourbon Barrel Siberian Night and this one have the same label, basically.
Yeah, I'm talking about the
I know you're talking about the regular ones. But but it's just something about the barrel aged versions that they've put out, they're kind of like classing it up a little bit.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like I say it a lot of times, like I love the labels. I love labels on stuff, and I totally judge books by its cover. And a couple of people have mentioned that to me, like, oh, you shouldn't do that. But I find more often than not, if a label's awesome, the beer's typically good, and if a label's like really bad, it's usually not as good. Like if you're gonna put effort into the beer, you're gonna put effort into branding. Yeah. Unless it's like crazy ghetto label, like some Belgian beers that are just like some monks just like I'm gonna scribble on this, and then
so wait, one second. I'm not sure exactly how high 12% alcohol is because it doesn't say on here strong beer, and that was a complete dig at Canada.
What do you mean?
All their beer above 5% alcohol is labeled strong beer.
Oh, really?
I noticed that on their a couple of beers ago, the Church Key one.
Yeah.
On top says strong beer.
6.2.
I'm strong beer.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, as far as everything else on here,
they dig it.
We have aged in bourbon barrels, and yeah. Let's drink. That's what I say. Delicious. Okay. So, Joe here is fresh in from school.
Yep.
And what are people out there like? Like the people you go to school with, like the people that you drink with in school, the students. Like, is there a particular style that everybody likes there, or is it all across the board?
There's one guy that is super into Brett beers.
That's almost like a brewer nerdery thing, though, isn't it?
Kind of. He's like definitely the science guy.
Yeah.
But then basically, like, we will try anything.
The idea of Brett is cool, but it's a little too earthy for me sometimes.
Yeah.
You ever work with it?
Brett is not allowed in the brewery.
Really?
Yes, it could take over the entire.
It's like an infection.
It's
like Ebola.
Really?
Basically, it is Ebola for beer.
Nice.
But in our microbiology labs that we'll be taking later on, the guy that runs those classes is like, yeah, I allow Brett in the lab. That's fine.
That's funny. Color-wise, I mean, that's Wee Heavy Ale. It's very similar to the color of what you guys had going on outside.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we might be.
Got some nice
You
flavor
might be
floaties.
a hair darker than this.
Yeah, we're a touch darker.
Yeah. Head-wise, there's not much there, but not to be expected with a high ABV barrel-aged beer. Yeah. So nose-wise, man,
That's
fucking delicious, man.
Oh, I miss that smell.
Yeah, that's Thomas Hardy-esque.
Yeah, it is.
And it's very raisinetty, chocolate raisins, a little bit of caramel. That just smells like heaven in a glass.
It's kind of like
Nice dark malts.
It's on the verge of smelling like some of the brewery beers, like that kind of like old caramel kind of deal. That,
like a roasted caramel, like burnt caramel almost.
You don't get much bourbon.
No. Not a ton. A little bit of booziness, like a little. It seems like maybe I'm confusing it with the bourbon.
Yeah, a little bit of oakiness too, just a touch.
I'm gonna dive right in that sucker.
Yeah.
I'll drink it. Cheers. It's nice, a little bit of heat there.
Yeah.
But really smooth. Besides that
Initial
alcohol, it's like I didn't expect it. Not that it's thin, but I didn't expect it to be as smooth as it is.
You get a little bit of a blast of alcohol, but then it quickly goes away.
Yeah, it's not off-putting.
No, not at all.
A little bit of oaky.
Just a touch.
To it.
Not too much. Not too.
Caramel.
Mm-hmm.
Like roasted caramel.
Raisin.
Toffee.
Yeah. Yeah, that raisiny, chocolatey, raisinetty thing is like probably the age did that to it.
Oh yeah.
This is my kind of beer.
That's real nice.
Yeah, that little bit of it's like almost oaky and like tanniny oaky though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? As opposed to like oaky, Madoki, oaky, right mocha. But yeah, no, this is a great beer. I wonder how time is going to make it even change even more. That's a weird one.
Yeah.
I'm almost tasting like this might be
We might have
peaked.
almost the same bottling run.
Okay.
So we'll let mine sit for a little bit longer and see what
happens.
see what it does. Yeah.
Rating wise, I would give this a 90. I want to give it higher. I probably should give it higher, but just that little bit of booziness and that just a little bit of oakiness, too much oakiness for me. But the raisinettiness is awesome. So I give it like a 90. Probably want to give it like a 93, but I'm going to 90.
93. I'm thinking A minus range. I think everything's there. It's pretty balanced. Like everything's there that I
It's
want.
just a little askew. Just like
just a
change
tear.
little bit.
Just a
Age
hair.
might fix that. I don't know. That's the thing.
A couple, maybe.
I don't know
another,
if it's aged a little bit too much or just needs a little bit more. Like it's, I'm not sure where it's at.
So like maybe another 2-3 months, see what happens, and then figure it out from there.
What do you think?
I'm gonna go 90.
Yeah.
90, yeah. A little bit of booze on the front. I don't know if, like you said, a little bit of age will take that away. A little mellow it out a little more.
This is typically you're not a big wee heavy like Scotch Ale guy, right?
No, I'm a fan of all beers, but since talking to you guys, it's been more malty beers, more
the dark side.
Yeah. So no, I'd rather a sweet beer over a hot blast in your face. Yeah.
Nice. So we're all pretty much in line. You know what I mean?
Pretty
Like 90 to 93-ish, somewhere right around there. As far as like I do whole availability and value scale, like it's really not something you can typically find. If you do, it's a one-off seasonal thing. So it's like a 3 out of 9 value scale. I think I actually was a good deal. I think I got like a 4-pack of this, and it was like $19 or something like that. And for me, that's like pretty badass.
That's pretty good.
So I give it like an 8 on a value scale. But yeah, if you're a fan of wee heavies or Scotch ales or
Duck out and check the beer.
and English old ales and chihuahuas barking. If you're a fan of English old ales, aged stuff, bourbon barrel stuff, definitely give it a whirl. Mocha thinks so. Don't you? So yeah, Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. Another review in the books. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. If you did or didn't, comment and all that fun stuff. If you want to check Ryan out anywhere else on the internet, you can at
brewphoto.com and brewphoto Instagram and brewphoto on Twitter.
And Joe, you can check out. What were you gonna say?
Somebody want a Chihuahua? Cheap.
You would never get rid of your dog. Stop it. If you want to check out Joe out anywhere else, it's NEPA Beer Reviews, pretty much everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even on the internet at NEPA Beer Reviews and Massive Beers. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Way more active on Instagram, so check us out there. So hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully see you next time, and cheers.
Cheers.